global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Yes, Fubara has been suspended for a while now, and it is being speculated that it may likely extend beyond 6 months. But yes, the president had mentioned it's going to be 6 months, but how long, practically time will tell. But while all of that is playing out, there have been a lot of argument, a lot of people speaking against the suspension and the declaration of state of emergency. Of course, the sole administrator have moved on very quickly, taking over, dismantled what needed to be dismantled, and he's really taking charge, literally, even though the constitution does not permit him to do so. At least for the now, as the likes of Femi Falana have, taken time to explain why that is not visible, literally calling him an impostor. But something is going on in ONELGA, that's local government chairman, as they had gathered. But meanwhile, in Rivers State, as we speak, during the time of Fubara, when Fubara was still very much in charge, it was clean and green. Rivers now is carrying heaps of dirt. It's a sore sight, I must say. But let's find out. I'm going to allow you to watch a video, but let's find out what all these men gathering together are intending to do, and they are saying as at now. I think the storm is gradually brewing, but according to the news, in a powerful display of unity, Prince Isaac Umejuru, leader of the Simplified Movement in ONELGA, that's local government chairman, brought together stakeholders and party executives from the APP, PDP, and the Simplified family. The gathering aimed to reaffirm Governor Sir Siminalayi Fubara's robust, unwavering dedication to Rivers State's welfare. Now, during this meeting, Umejuru urged attendees to maintain composure and focus, highlighting Governor Fubara's steadfast commitment to serving the people's interests. Now, leaders from various organizations delivered heartfelt solidarity speeches expressing gratitude for the governor's exceptional leadership and people-centered approach. Now, the attendees collectively affirmed their unwavering support and loyalty to Governor Fubara, recognizing his significant contributions to maintaining peace and stability in Rivers State. This show of solidarity reinforces the strong bond between Governor Fubara and the good people of ONELGA, reflecting their confidence in his leadership abilities. Let me let you watch the video. My colleague is in the house. For how long this solidarity will last, no one has an idea. But let's listen to them as they pour out.
We will call our people to go and stand. And your children, your brothers, your friends, your family members will lose their lives and lose their blood. Since Siminalayi Fubara has been in office, that has never happened, and he has refused for that to happen. But I want to tell you that when the children of Israel got to the Red Sea, they turned and looked at Moses. You would have left us in Egypt. Let us labor and suffer and serve the Egyptians. But he turned to them and said, the Egyptians you see today, the evil we see today in Rivers State, that just as God has protected the children of Israel, like the walls of Zion, the mountains of Zion, that is how he has given us the strength to run to tap around Siminalayi Fubara. I can tell you that even in the Abuja, they know that Rivers State believes in Siminalayi Fubara. Forget all the castigations, all the lies they have peddled just to ridicule the young man. How old is this young man? In his 50s. And he has taught.
All right, welcome back. This is quite interesting. I wouldn't know if this speech is good enough to turn the hands of Bola Tinubu and possibly reinstate Fubara. The Simplified Movement, local government chairman, APP, PDP, and all of us of Fubara. How long they would last? For 6 months, we do not know. My colleague is in the house. What's your take on this speech made by lovers of Fubara, local government chairman and Simplified Movement, party chairman, political parties, both APP, PDP, and the likes in Rivers State?
Well, one of the issue of interest in this situation is how long would these supporters of Fubara stand with him? Because if you notice, because right now Fubara is not responding, he's not talking, he's just quiet. I don't know if he has a plan of going into a monastery or whatever, but however, he's not talking, He's just been quiet. Whether he's fasting or praying, nobody knows. But the question is, how long would these people stand with him? I've even started noticing that some persons are overly quiet. There are no more talking, nothing is going on. But then I've also noticed some level of abandonment of real estate. Yes, we have to tell ourselves the truth here. Fairly recently, I've been seeing some videos online of how dirty real estate has turned out to, precisely Port Harcourt. It's very dirty and all of that. But when Fubara was there as an elected person, knowing that he owes these people a duty of making the environment comfortable enough for them to carry out their business, you see him taking out time to clean the ground, clean the environment. Appointments were everywhere and all of that. So I think what is most important right now is for them to maintain their continuous support, especially even if they are trying to to bring down the tempo. Merely gets to 5 months, getting to the 6 month, the tension should be high, and it shouldn't just be high by mere talk. It should be actions. You start doing countdown. That's one of the things. Start doing countdown in terms of carrying placards, around and all of that. On social media, everywhere, countdown to restoration of Fubara's this thing. It is 30 days to go, 29 days to go, like that. By the time it's 3 days to go, everywhere should be jam-packed, in Port Harcourt, just to let them know that we are fully in support of Fubara, and we want him to return back as the governor of the state, if not for anything, for restoration of democracy. Yeah, and that's why I will always say this, that for me, the step taken by the president of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu, as a strong advocate of democracy, it's quite shocking, because if someone who had been defending democracy far back in 1998 till date has ended up giving, democracy to military rule, or substituting democracy for military rule to come in, what is it trying to do? Right now as we are talking, the two principal persons are not in town, talking about the president and the vice president. And then you have started telling these guys that, you can take over power, we can substitute democracy for, it's outrightly wrong. No matter how you're going to look at it, it's outrightly wrong, especially in a democratic setting like Nigeria. So the people should continue pushing and letting them know that other people cannot enjoy democracy in their state, and we don't enjoy it. And even though we are obeying you guys for peace to reign in Rivers State, we are waiting for that 6 months. And immediately it gets to that 6 months, they should make the support louder almost every day, so that they should know that the possibility of extending it is not possible again.
Well, but if you look at things, the announcement of emergency, the declaration of state of emergency was done, I think, on the 1st, thereabout, or the 5th.
Well, I think it was done on the 18th
of March. Yeah. So we still have a long time.
A very long time.
And we are barely up to even a month.
So
6 months, will the tempo be maintained? And the quietness of Fubara, to me, is quite troubling.
Okay, for me, personally, what I was expecting for her to do is, to grant interviews. But I think what he's most interested is, he wants his government to be restored back. That's why he's trying to do everything to protect it. Nobody should make noise, so please, till they restore us back and all of that. But that's not, it clearly shows that you don't even know your right, as a governor. You don't know your right as a democratically elected governor. No matter what, this is an opportunity to hit the likes of BBC. Talk. Let people know that even though I am calm, it's not that I accept this error, but it's just because of the people of Rivers State. And being that I am totally in support of peace for my people in Rivers, that's why I'm keeping quiet. If not, I would have gone extra mile. ECOWAS court is there. Other this thing, I mean, reach out to across board just to let people understand. Look at what Natasha did. When Natasha went international, that was when Akpabio knew that this thing has gone overboard. That was when he knew that this thing is not just something that can be swept under the carpet. This is the time where we must deal with tyranny, because some of those things are instincts in the life of some Democrats. They have that military thought pattern in them. You need to deal with it so that you don't allow them to continue governing on this way.
All right, but if you ask me personally, this now is personal. I don't think Fubara, any court really is feasible or is advisable for Fubara to go to. The highest court in the land, Supreme Court, declared him very guilty, even though there were signs and symptoms that
guilty not for the president to use an autocratic power and suspend
now the challenge now is, even if he decides to go through that process in court, what is the possibility that he's going to get a positive result? And
even if he doesn't have, all what we are trying to say is, I may fight and fail at the end of the day, but I'm just trying to send out a message out there that I am not in support of it. Though I may allow peace to reign in my state, but come on, I have not taken this action right. And any other person should rebuff it if they are trying to bring it to his doorpost. Because somebody needs to fight these things that we are seeing.
But if you look at it, that's exactly one of the problems that Atiku had. They keep mocking him now that he has been trying, that he's a serial failure in always trying to get presidency and always failing. I guess he doesn't want to be tagged that name, serial failure in court cases. That's going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our conversation. Let's brainstorm.